What's up, everyone? Today is March 23rd at 11 a.m. So I want to kind of talk about a couple things. Number one is today is the last day of our sale. We discounted our annual and our lifetime significantly. We had a lot of people reaching out and saying that they want to join, but they can't really afford it. So this is our way of kind of discounting it to make sure that you guys can get in and educate yourself because this market is crazy. Although the overall markets are tanking, there's massive opportunities for day traders like us to make money. And if you've been on the fence or you've been kind of curious, now with the quarantine is the best time to kind of sign up and give it a try. So that's number one. If you want to get the link to the sale, I'm going to put it in the description of the video, or you could just text Tosh directly at 213-458-5997. So, there's no easy way to say this, but I'm pretty sure I had the coronavirus. Let me kind of give you guys a backstory on that first, and then let me talk about my trading. So, my best friend Ryan, he works in New York City. He sells gold and jewelry. And I'm pretty sure that New York City is one of the worst places that are affected by this stuff. And Ryan, I guess, just got it, and we hang out all the time. And I think he gave it to me. So I was actually in terrible, terrible shape last week. I felt, I woke up shaking. I had a fever. I had no appetite. I had no energy. I had diarrhea. I was just in the worst possible condition ever. I had shorts on, pants on, t-shirt, long sleeve, hoodie, hat, and I was still fucking freezing. Um, Everything was closed. Was barely able to get medicine until Ryan's parents kind of sent that stuff over. But long story short, I couldn't even get a test for the virus because the testing center only had 2 testing stations and 1,000 cars waiting. So that was kind of a mess. I had every single symptom. I was in fucking terrible, terrible shape. So because of that, I was really scared, to be honest. I was really nervous. I really just didn't know what to expect because I don't know what I should believe from the media or what I should think, but I'm pretty sure I had it. So I basically just stayed in bed. Bao gave me a list of medications to take. I was taking cough drops, Pedialyte, everything that I could, Tylenol, everything that I could just to make myself feel better. And after about 3 or 4 days of pure torture, by like the fifth day, I started to feel better. And here I am. I think today is like day 6 or something like that. So I'm feeling better. I'm nowhere near 100% yet. I'm probably like 75%. I woke up with a very stiff neck today. So I just have problems everywhere. I just want to say I want to thank Bao and Tosh and all the mods for kind of picking up the slack while I was gone. The thing that makes MIC so amazing is that we have a team behind us. It's not just me, it's not just Bao, it's not just Tosh. We have a team of people, and that team is only as good as us working all together at all times. So I just wanted to say thank you for everyone for kind of being there to help and being there to make sure that the members are taken care of. And like I said in the beginning of this video, although the stock market is tanking, now I've seen so many opportunities every single day. It's been a very, very hot market for all of us. And, we're not in the business of making 10, 20, 30K every day. We're in the business of making $1,000 or $2,000 every single day, consistently working 1 hour a day with no stress. So I just want to emphasize that. So let's talk about trading a little bit, right? So I haven't been trading for a couple days. So anytime I come back trading after not being around for a couple days, the hardest thing for me is to kind of control blowing my load too quickly, control my FOMO, control everything because I'm just so excited to get back to work. Trading is my passion. Helping people is my passion. I love doing what I do, but the problem is I'm also human, and I find myself breaking my process after a long vacation. Vacation being fucking sick. Um, so here I am kind of starting my day and what I'm looking for every single day. So let me walk you through my morning process, right? Just so that you guys understand. I want to give you guys a sneak peek into my process so that you guys could take pieces of it and mold it into your own. Everyone's process should be based on their personality. My personality is more of a nail and bail, get in, get out, whereas Bao's personality is he wants to have his fingers in every single thing, right? And that's his personality. That's what he's good at, and I'm good at what I'm good at. So let's kind of get into it. So every single morning, I wake up around 5 a.m. If I sleep in, I wake up at 6 a.m. I first look at what stocks ran on Friday. So when I looked at what stocks ran on Friday, I saw WTRH was one of them, and there was another stock, but WTRH was the main one that I was looking at. So every single day, my number one go-to setups are the stocks that people traded the day before that they forgot about today. So WTRH is what we call a low-hanging fruit. So low-hanging fruit stocks are my number one stocks every single time. So I made a list of low-hanging fruits for the members. I posted my video watch list for free today on YouTube, so you could kind of look at that and see where I got my game plan from and stuff like that. But on days like today, again, I'm looking at the low-hanging fruit and staying away from the day one hot chick runners. So Hoth was a hot chick runner today that I did not short today. I did not touch it. Although it went down, I did not touch it. So let me kind of give you the warning signs as to why I didn't touch this and why I want to warn the members away from it. Number one is it's a low float stock. So if you have a low float stock on day one, chances are it's going to continue higher. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but chances are a low float stock is going to have the ability to squeeze. Number two, it was easy to borrow at the clearing firm ETC. So if you know anything, anytime a stock is easy to borrow, it has very high zombie potential. So here I have a day one, low float, easy to borrow stock. What is my edge shorting this stock, right? What is my edge? So every single time before I get into a stock, I have to ask myself, what's the edge? HOTH, there was no edge and it still went down. So be it. Next time, because I avoided it today, I am building good habits for next time to be able to attack the proper stock. So coming to today, I was looking at I was looking at WTRH, and the other stock was SNGX. So SNGX was a stock that had a PR this morning. Let me actually show you guys. So bear with me for a second. SNGX was a stock that had a PR in the morning, right? Ran up all the way here. So the first thing I did is when I saw it running up like this, I basically looked at the daily chart and I said, all right, where is the resistance level? I see a level towards 320 and 350. So in the morning, what I did is I'm basically looking at this chart and it tanked from $3 all the way to 210. So the reason why I like a chart like this is because to me, this has already shown its trend pre-market. This has shown us that it's a downtrending stock. And what we like to do is we like to short stocks that are already weak rather than looking for the top on stocks that are strong, right? So because this was already a weak stock, I was basically just looking to short a morning push towards VWAP. So in the morning, you could see that it tried to push towards VWAP. I took a very small starter here, but the plan was to add towards a VWAP, and I just wanted a small piece in case it couldn't get there. I got my small piece, I covered, and it tanked without me. So although this trade is great, and although I made money here, and although I did everything right, it was just something. It was just a normal day at the office, right? It was nothing crazy. It was nothing different. I basically just waited for the stock to show me its trend, its downtrending trend, and then reshort or short the bounce once I got it, right? So this is kind of the stuff that we teach in MIC. In MIC, we want to show you guys the process of shorting these stocks that are already weak and joining the trend, right? Because something that a lot of, give me a sec, something that a lot of new traders do is they tend to short stocks just because they are up, right? And that's the fastest way to lose money. The reason why I like to focus on stocks that are broken is because all I'm doing is following the trend. You hear it all the time. The trend is your friend. So if a stock has been going like this all day, chances are it's not going to go back up like that. Chances are it's going to go down, it's going to have a bounce, and then continue its way down. So what we're looking for is we're looking for these stocks to downtrend. We're looking for them to bounce, shorting the bounce, and then making our way back down, right? So every single time that I'm looking to short these stocks, I'm waiting for them to break down and shorting the bounces. So I got that on SNGX. On WTRH, it did something similar, right? So you could see on WTRH, we got the downtrend, right? We got the downtrend from 2 to 140, and it barely bounced, right? It barely bounced towards this 160 level, right? So again, the same process would have worked, right? To me, this was not enough meat on the bone. But again, you see the stock tanked and we short the bounce, and that's how you could make your money. So although I didn't take this trade because there was not enough meat on the bone, it shows that our process still works. So every single day, guys, every single day, I am here trying to show you guys and show you guys what the power of the process is, right? So the process is a little bit like this, right? So we have our own individual rules, we have our own individual setups. So what I've learned about myself over this year is the first red day setup has been my most profitable setup. So that's the setup that I allocate the most amount of risk and the most amount of size for. What I'm doing on these day-to-day trades is I am prepping myself, I'm practicing, I'm getting in the groove of things so that when that first red day setup does happen, I'm ready to attack. So the analogy that we always give people is that trading is like a professional sport. So these everyday, day-to-day scalps that I'm making 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 are the season games, right? Imagine you're playing the regular season games. But when a first red day setup comes on an extended chart, that is the Super Bowl. So here I am playing the season games, shooting my fucking shots, shooting my shots. And then when the playoffs happen, boom, I'm ready to go. So that's kind of the thing that I want you guys to understand is every single day, I'm not trying to make 10 grand. Every single day, I'm not trying to make 20 grand. Every single day, I'm not trying to make 30 grand. Every single day, I'm just trying to not lose money. I am trying to stick to my process and not lose money every single day. So that goes back to a question that one of the members sent me. So I get a lot of PMs every single day. I get about 75 to 100 PMs a day. We have a lot of members. We're growing every single day. People want to learn how to trade, and I want to kind of be there to help them. But there's a certain amount, there's a couple members that PM me that are hardworking guys that are going to be so successful. And those are the guys who ask some of the best questions because they've watched all the content, they've done everything. Now it's their turn to kind of ask everything. So one of the members, Adam, he's in a group of a bunch of tabs, younger tabs. I think Brandon is some of his tabs, and he has a bunch of tabs, right? So Adam asked me a question today, and he was like, there's a topic that I want you to really talk about. And I thought that this would add value to a lot of people. So I want to kind of talk about it. And he says that, look, a lot of things that my tabs and I struggle with is that after we take a trade on the day, and after that's a losing trade on the day, after our first trade on the day is a losing trade, the second trade feels like a revenge trade. The second trade mentally feels like I'm just trading it based out of revenge, and that's incorrect. What we have to remember about trading is that just because your first trade was wrong does not mean that every single other trade is going to be wrong, right? You have to kind of go back to the root of these problems, right? So what Adam's question was that, all right, I had a losing trade on the day. How do I prevent that from how do I prevent the second trade from becoming a revenge trade? And the best way to kind of describe that is this, is if your second trade is following the process, meaning the first trade you traded front side and you lost money, but the second trade you waited for the stock to tank and then it bounced and you shorted that bounce based on our process that we teach, that is not a revenge trade. That is a process trade. So that's something that I kind of want you guys to understand is just because your first trade on the day was wrong or just because you got in a little bit early, the next trade does not mean that you're just becoming a revenge trade. Oftentimes, yes, if you do chase the second trade, that is a revenge trade. But if you set your fantasy orders, if you wait for the stock to bounce, if you just do what you would normally do had you not had that first trade in the first place, that is not a revenge trade. That is a process trade. So just remember that, guys. Remember that. Don't feel like just because you had your first loss on the day that it's game over and every other trade is going to be emotional. Yes, oftentimes we are emotional after a loss. But if we have a plan in mind and we stick to our plan and we wait for it and attack, that's kind of going to be your process trade and you shouldn't be discouraged from it. So does that make sense? Don't feel like there's oftentimes, yes, that you do revenge trade after a loss, but if your next trade after the loss is a process trade, you should not be discouraged about that. And what a process trade, like I said, is when you wait for the stock to tank and then short the bounce. So I got some questions here. Let me see if I could answer them. So today was a really small day for me, right? So today was a day that I really like. I couldn't get much size on, right? I couldn't get much size on. Although my entry was great, it was not as perfect as I needed it to be. So, I mean, I don't want to sound cocky. I don't want to sound egotistical, but I mean, I make every day $1,000 to $4,000 a day, and today I only made like $80, right? So today I only made $80. So most of the time, what we do as traders is we give ourselves a quota. We tell ourselves, all right, I make $1,000 a day. I got to make $1,000. And if I don't today, I'm a failure. If I don't make $1,000 today, I got to keep pushing until I make money. So what I kind of want to show you guys and emphasize for you guys is that, look, just because I am showing up to the market does not mean I have to bank. My goal every single day is to stick to my process and to just do what the process does. Some days I make $80, some days I make 80,000. So I think those were kind of the topics I really wanted to talk about. I've been getting some good feedback about opening up these live videos to Q&A. So I kind of wanted to open up the Q&A and answer your questions. So if you guys could just leave a question in the live video here, I'll go through it one by one and we could kind of start answering everything together. But in the meantime, is everything I'm saying making sense? If everything is making sense, please leave a like here. I see the like counter go up. But I mean, look, guys, I had coronavirus. I was dead. I'm fucking still voice is shot. I lost a bunch of weight. But, we are here educating. We are here working. We are here trading because this is our passion. Even if the Bow has the best saying ever, man. And he's like, look, even if they fucking cut off my hands, I would learn how to trade with my feet. And that's what we're here, man. Every day, our fucking team is here, sickness and in health, trying to help you guys, man. So questions, guys, please leave me some questions here and let's go through it together. And remember, I am here to help you answer. Do not be shy. Do not be afraid. Let's get through this shit together. Okay, how to select the right stock to play if several stocks are setting up in a similar fashion? So great question. So number one is my favorite setups, like I said, are the low-hanging fruits. So I'm always looking at the low-hanging fruits first. After the low-hanging fruits, I am looking for day one stocks that have broken down. And then after I look for day one stocks that are broken down, I am then looking for deathline setups. So I am giving myself tiers of stocks to look at. Low hanging fruit is usually the most profitable. So I'm always looking at that first. Looking for a stock that is tanked and bounced is profitable as well. So I'm looking for that. But noticing what stocks to avoid are just as important. So HOTH was easy to borrow, low float, and day one. So those were my warning signs to avoid it. And if I have my warning signs, then I know what stocks to avoid. Yes, I had coronavirus, but I'm feeling better. Sometimes you don't get the full size, even if it breaks down VWAP. What's the reason? What gives you a signal to get in full size? So another great question. So I give myself a rule. It's called the 30% rule. So what that means is I'm only allowed to use 30% of my size on the front side of the trade. The reason why I do this is because it is so much easier for me to stop out on 30% size than it is to stop out on 100% size. It is smarter risk management to only be using 30% on the way up and using 100% on the way down. And what I like to do is I like to use VWAP as my signal for the sizing. And something to always recognize is trading is an art, not a science. So just because you want to get full size on doesn't mean that you always can, right? On SNGX today, I wanted to use 5,000 shares. I was only able to get 1,000 shares on, right? And that's because I had my entries ready. I had my orders entry, but the stock happened so fast that I was not able to react fast enough to load up my size. And at the point, I felt like I was chasing. So I had to take it a little bit slower. So just because you want to put on full size, you have to wait for the proper opportunity and the stock to show you that it's giving you the ability to size in. Not all trades require size. Again, if this is a low-hanging fruit setup, I'm probably not going to use the same amount of size as a first red day setup because the first red day setup, based on my statistics, is paying me out more. So based on all your stats, based on all of these things, is how you should be sizing in as well. How can I increase patience? Seems to pike often, even with small size. Well, sizing is important. Using less size is better. But also, number two is set a stop and just walk away, right? Set a stop at break even and just let it work. What was my aha moment? Well, my aha moment is when I started to create a process rather than just trading and shorting shit that was just up. I gave myself a criteria. I gave myself a routine to be successful and having a mentor. What scanner do I use? I have not paid for a scanner in the 6 years that I've been trading. I use MIC as my scanner. My DOS platform has a free scanner built in. If you are paying for a scanner, you are a sheep. Do not do it. Everyone in MIC, we bow shares to scanner. It's like, dude, you guys don't need a scanner. We have 900 members scanning the market for you. Do you locate all your shares of a low-hanging fruit? I always locate starters only, and then I locate more if I need more. We have a daily watch list and game plans. Exactly. So I posted my video watch list for members. It's free on YouTube. Locates today were free. So essentially, if you join MIC and you sign up with Cobra, your MIC membership is essentially free because of all the free locates you're getting. How am I doing health-wise? I'm about 75% better. As soon as this live video is over, I'm going to go to bed because I'm fucking running out of energy. Do you set a stop immediately after you enter a position? Yes. Coca-Cola, what do I think? I think Warren Buffett has no fucking clue, so how the hell am I going to have an idea? Wow, the market's fucking tanking. Holy shit. Any tips on understanding or learning tape? We have tape reading videos in MIC. So my biggest advice about tape reading is this. Number one is always the chart. Number one is always technical analysis. The way that you should be using tape is this. If your line, if your resistance is $3, right, and you see $3 as your resistance, what you should be doing is using the tape to see if there's a sufficient amount of sellers at your line at $3. And if there is, then you could use the tape to confirm your thesis. Tape reading is like Chinese. For brand new traders, you're never going to figure it out. I've been trading for 6 years and I'm finally starting to understand the nuances of it. So even Bao's been trading for fucking 20 years and he's still, although he's amazing at it, no one's going to be able to master it because it's so easy to manipulate tape. If you put on the 10,000 share spoof prop order, you're going to jump the tape. And that's a way for newbies to kind of get the false sense of confidence. These are great questions, guys. Keep them coming. Can you share the meds I took? I took Tylenol, I took Pedialyte, I took these cough drops that are like more higher quality or like more potency. I ate a lot of carbs trying to get my shit together. Took a lot of fucking naps. Do you still paper trade the mental side like Bao does? Yeah. So while I'm not trading now, while I'm locked up, while I'm done for the day, I'm still watching these plays to see what I could learn from them. Coronavirus is definitely not fucking fake, cuz it's not fucking fake. How do you figure out when you should take profits off instead of waiting for your question? That I think is very important. So number one is you shouldn't be setting arbitrary targets like you short at 3 and your goal is to cover at $1, right? Your cover target should always be support, right? So if you're shorting based on resistance, you're covering based on support. You should not be just covering based on an arbitrary number that you pull out of your ass, right? The goal is to cover at support, to use the chart to help you give you the area of where to cover. Your target doesn't mean shit. Your fucking goal doesn't mean fucking shit. All that matters is the support level on the chart, and that's where you should be covering. So we have about 700 free videos. No, we have 600 free videos on YouTube and about 750 to 800 member-only videos that are categorized and searchable in MIC. So let me show you guys that. So give me a sec. So this is our website. You go to videos on top here. And let's say you have a question on zombies, right? So you type in the word zombie and boom, you get all of these videos on zombies. Or if you have a question on a sector play, you could type in sector and you get all these stocks on all these videos on sector plays. So we've categorized and organized our video library better than anyone else. Any single question that you have should be answered in the video library. And again, We have this Bow's Daily Recap, How to Trade Sector Plays, Coronavirus Stocks, Trading Fish Academy. So we have all the resources, guys. It's just a matter of you guys joining and putting in the work to get it. What I've seen and what people in this community could kind of vouch for is that the people that watch the videos, the people that put in the work, find success extremely fast. There's people that have been finding consistency in 2, 3, 4, 5 months, which is unheard of. And the reason why is because they're putting in the work. So do you guys have any questions for me? I'm starting to fucking get a little bit drowsy, so I think I'm gonna go to bed. How do you add to a winner? Just go on YouTube, write how to add to a winner, my investing club, and you're gonna have 10 videos there. As a new member, I didn't know anyone that personally trades. How'd you find a mentor to help you day trade? That's where Bao came in, man. That's where Bao came in. Bao helped me out, man. We are a fucking team, man. We are a fucking team. And you have to ask yourself, if you lost more than $200 trading today, it's probably time to get rid of your ego, to sign up and to try it out for 1 month. Because the truth of the matter is even if you sign up, you can watch all the videos for a month and cancel. At least you will get value out of it. But if you keep consistently losing money and you are too ignorant to be just trying it, then that's it. The final thing that we do that's kind of different than everyone else is we have something called the TAB program. The TAB program is called the Trading Accountability Buddy. So when you join MIC, we match you up with another trader with a similar skill level so that you guys can bounce ideas off of each other, help each other stay safe, and start trading together. So the reason why Bao and I found success is because we were bouncing ideas off of each other. We were helping each other stay sane. We were helping each other stay out of bad trades. And without even knowing it, we were each other's tabs. And we learned that having a team was the key to success in trading. And that's why we kind of created the TAB program. And that's why someone like Adam and Brandon that are tabs together are finding success because they are working together. Tabs like James and Tom are working together and they're helping each other stay safe. So again, guys, we give you all the resources that you need. You just have to trust in us and just try it out for a month. So I think that's it, guys. I'm fucking out of breath. I'm fucking feeling like shit. I gotta go take a nap or something. Thanks, guys, for listening. I'm sorry if my voice is fucked up. I just feel so bad that I wasn't here to help you guys for a couple of days. That I just really wanted to be here and just provide as much value as I can. So, thanks for listening, guys. I'm gonna get this up on YouTube, and I hope you guys all stay safe. So, thank you. Appreciate everything. If you need anything, you can DM me, hit me up. I'll always answer. Thanks, guys.